Welcome to Your Village People, the podcast where we unpack all the drama, chaos, and downright absurdity of family life. Because, let's face it, sometimes it's the people closest to us that challenge us the most.
In other words, sometimes home is where the wahala is.
Hey. I'm Saudarian Queen, and you can connect with me at Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, Threads, at Saudarian Queen. And this is the amazing, talented, global superstar,
Princess Wanda.
and that's Wanda spelled
Wonda.
And where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at official Princess Wanda and across all other platforms. Just Google me. It will be a lot easier if you did that.
Google her. And while you are Googling her, please go head over to Apple, Spotify, download, stream her music, add it, all of them to your playlist. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell DJs to play that you're requesting Princess Wanda, and send us great pics and videos of you rocking to her music, to official Princess Wanda on Instagram. And while you're doing that, head over to the link in her bio so that you can be in the moment with these I Am the Moment jumpers. So head over to official Princess Wanda, get them, and show us how cute you're looking with your friends. And, you know, while you're sending in your stories, what it is that you want to talk about, what it is that you want to hear us talk about on the show, let us know.
Yes, ma'am.
Special shout out again to my son,
Aww.
who has done our little orchid flower.
Can you imagine that's Lego? Can you believe that? It's literally made out of Lego. Look how I've already said I want one for Christmas, so that's already a done.
And you're gonna get it. So I just really love it. So yeah, shout out to my boy.
All right, what are we doing today? Let me see.
Let's see, what are we into? What are we getting into?
What do we got today? Okay.
What drama, chaos, and downright absurdity
do we have today? Okay, let's see. Not invited to the bridal shower I planned and paid for. Please. Thank you. We need this one on the ready. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
My brother's fiance, soon to be my sister-in-law, was getting married. And as the good in-law I am, I decided to go all out for her bridal shower. I mean, I planned everything. The venue, the catering, the decor, the games. I even paid for a large chunk of it because, you know, family. We need to be friends
Where
with this
are
girl.
these
I
people?
love. Can I just say I just love people like this? So generous.
So generous. I think that because it's only you and I.
It's just if not you, who?
If not you. And I think because we're always doing stuff for each other, it feels like, where are the other people?
Where's everybody else? Please come and join us, and let's just
Come
make
and
it a
join
party,
us. Yeah,
please.
we like spoiling each other.
It's true. We'll spoil you too. Just the feeling
But
is just
don't
mutual.
have bad belly.
No, don't have bad belly. That one. Anyway, let's continue. Now, leading up to the event, I was in constant communication with the bridesmaids. I helped them curate the perfect day, made sure everything matched the bride's luxury aesthetic, and even threw in a few special surprises to make her feel extra loved. Yeah. And then crickets.
Crickets.
The bridal shower comes around and I realize I never received an invite. I bet she made the invite too.
She made the invite.
Well, I'm not laughing at you. Sorry. It's just this is just a bit ridiculous.
It's absurd.
Yeah. The absurdity, right?
The absurdity.
At first I thought maybe it's a mistake. Maybe my invite got lost in the what? How can your invite get lost in the WhatsApp group? It's not the post.
In the WhatsApp group.
Okay. It got lost in the WhatsApp group chat abyss.
This is mean.
But no, I checked. There was no mistake. They had the event, sipped their champagne, took their cute little photos, and I wasn't there. The woman who planned it wasn't there. See, there's lots of exclamation here. Very upset. And you know what makes it worse? My brother knew. And he said nothing. No warning, no explanation, just vibes. At this point, I had to ask myself, is it Is this what being the good in-law gets you?
Oh wait, if she was planning it, she knew the venue and the time, whatever. Could it be that the sister-in-law was assuming that she knew what was happening and just expected her there?
How can you?
I'm just asking.
So nobody could call her on the day. Where are you?
This is true.
Nobody could be like, oh,
But
okay, what time are you?
if
are
she's
we
a
seeing you
sister-in-law, what
tomorrow?
about the mom?
The mom of who?
Her mom.
Like the groom's mom,
Yeah.
or her mom. Well, she wasn't. This is another thing. Like, I feel like parents like to not be involved when it comes to this kind of thing because they don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to be involved, but
sides.
when it's time for the things to happen, then you see, this is the thing that I don't like because it happens in the family dynamics, right?
They did her dirty, which means everybody was in agreement. It was a unanimous decision. Not even one bridesmaid feeling bad, like, this girl put in all this effort for us. We're not going to say anything. Your own brother, your brother.
Wait, so this is where I think that I find it very interesting. And this is where I say, like, you and I are very much alike in terms of we'll check in with each other. Did you get this? Did you get that? Like, are we coming? We talk, right, about things like that. This is where home training comes in. I
agree.
This is where home training comes in. And if someone is going out of their way to plan, let's say you didn't even live in the same state, right? Because you can in the same county.
People don't work in the same continent, and work gets done remotely. So this is not even that's not even an excuse.
That's not even an excuse. And I think having my plethora of experiences with in-laws on both sides, home training comes into play. If you are coming from a family where they've just not had that kind of regard for each other before, and parents are not stepping in to set things right, because I think a lot of things that happen with families, with children, with siblings, stems from the parents.
How so?
Because I feel like if parents have not set precedents of how to communicate,
Okay.
have you asked your sister?
Yeah.
Have you done this with your brother? And having that equally done for everybody, whether they're the eldest or the youngest. That kind of communication needs to be reciprocated and be enhanced and be constantly enforced in the family, right?
I don't know.
This
though.
it kind of makes me feel like, oh, but I told you.
Some people are just users. Let's just it's simply put. No, please continue. Some people are just users. They
100%.
thought, oh my gosh, this girl, there's some people that are very savvy when it comes to like aesthetics, planning. And also when it comes to the money, maybe sister-in-law, she's Mrs. Money with the vibes, okay? And she's generous on top of that. So she's probably like, I'll handle everything. Don't worry. You're going to be our sister very soon. So she took on all of those things thinking it's the right thing to do. And they were thinking, well, if she's offering, we'll take it. Only to find out you probably don't even really like her, because even if you were trying to use somebody for their money, it still doesn't stop you from inviting them. So to me, that's just callous.
But this is why I'm saying to you that a lot of it stems from parents.
So are you saying everybody at that event, nobody had home training? Because all the bridesmaids,
No
nobody
birds of
could
a
support
feather
her.
flock together.
Yeah.
I think that even if, let's say, because you usually have, it's the maid of honor and the bridesmaids that plan this part. So they would know who's important to the bride and they would know who's important to the groom.
That's my point. So you're trying to tell me they didn't know about the
So
logistics?
that's what I'm saying, that birds of a feather flock together. I do think that people need to be accountable and held accountable. But the biggest people that are held accountable, look, if I'm a sister-in-law, as a sister-in-law, I'm going to make sure that my husband's siblings and my siblings are taken care of. Number one, that's going to be my first point of call.
Yeah.
Right? Because I want to show that that's important to me and, and that I have home training.
Yeah.
Right? But now you don't even invite, there's no sort of, it also feels like, I don't know, like they didn't invite.
You had no problem communicating with me back and forth when I was doing the floral arrangements, when I was doing decor, when I was getting your aesthetics
when we were
right.
doing tasting.
You knew how to be sending me conversations back and forth. You knew how to be checking in. But as soon as the day comes, like...
Do you know what I also have noticed a lot is that people will do things like in this instance, the sister-in-law might say, I don't have anything to do with it. I didn't know who was playing. They were doing it. So then they'll use their friends.
Use the they.
But we know you, we see you.
Did they know me or do you know me? Who's the
Do I
person?
have a relationship?
And that can't count if correspondence was going on between you and sister-in-law. If it was maybe the maid of honor that was handling everything, it's easier to blame maid of honor. But are you trying to tell me on the day when you didn't see me, you couldn't call me like, oh my gosh, where are you?
Yeah. Don't forget as well that the brother also knew this was happening. So there's another responsible party. So if the sister-in-law failed, the bridesmaids and maid of honor failed, there was another point of contact,
The brother.
which is the brother.
The brother.
The brother.
And clearly mum as well.
And mum.
Because there's no way, this is what you were saying about keeping the communication open. Because we know parents usually aren't like involved in bridal shower, blah,
Some.
blah, 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 blah. Some. But when it came to something like this, I hope the mum wasn't there. Because if she was, like if the brother's mum, if the groom's mum, I hope she wasn't there. Because that's just ridiculous.
Well, we need to hear more of the story.
I really wish, please, if you
Like,
guys...
this is another story we need more context.
we need more context, because then we're going to start making our own stories up. But
yeah.
seeing it like this, it just feels like there is, again, we're making this up as we go along, guys. But it feels like there is a long-standing relationship between this sibling being the type of person that they like to use for things. Because...
This reminds me of the Odogu.
What, the movie that we...
No,
watched?
not the movie. The story that we read about the Odogu that paid for the food.
See these in-laws. You guys exist. I love this though. Like in-laws that are so useful, and they don't mind doing things for people that aren't even technically the ones that they are married. Technically speaking, my sister, this thing didn't even concern you like that.
Yeah.
Ah,
So it reminds me of that. And I think that we need to be cognizant of the fact that, and this is where maturity comes in. This is where accountability comes in.
Yeah.
That even though your intention is not to hurt somebody. If you've hurt somebody.
this is intentional. This one, it passed. No. Which one be that? No, you are giving them benefit of doubts. There's no doubts here. The event was happening. How long will you say a bridal shower goes on for? A few hours, Sha.
Our bridal shower will go on for...
You see, this one, she did marathon. It's okay. No, it's even good. It's even good. It goes to my point. So, morning, when everybody was getting ready and they were having their tequila shots or whatever it is that they do, you didn't see her. You didn't call her. Everybody has a number. You didn't call. When the event started, everybody was dressed. They did makeup. You lot didn't call. After everybody was doing games, the games that she planned, by the way, cake, everybody has eaten. You have done everything. You lot did not call. In the night, you lot did not call. So, my thing is, you guys have either unanimously decided, oh, she's a bad person, or maybe
But how can she be a bad person? How can she be a bad person, but she's done all of this and contributed to all of this? No, the bad people here is definitely not the bad people are the bad people.
Yeah. No, but in their mind, sometimes when somebody is bad, they will still find a way to justify what's happening. Like, oh, maybe she's just doing it to show off. Because, she's rich. Maybe she has money. She's just trying to throw it in.
Or maybe she's the one that holds everybody accountable and they don't like that.
I don't mind this kind of woman that makes us hold us accountable and she's still buying us things. Me, I don't mind, because she's still looking after you guys at the end. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's not holding you accountable from afar and chastising. She paid for this thing. Wait, hold on. Isn't it meant to be the husband paying for it?
Yes.
Oga, brother.
Brother.
You didn't pay for anything. So you just sat there and you let these people treat your sister like this.
And that's what you see. So this is what I'm telling you, that it comes down home training. It's the parents. Everything that we do with our siblings, everything that happens in a sibling dynamic.
Yeah.
If it didn't flow, if things have been allowed that have been nonsense from the beginning, and you've seen that in your family dynamic, that is how it's going to continue if parents have not set it straight. Otherwise, it'll take the eldest or the youngest or someone in between to set boundaries, and that's where you get people that they shovel from each other, and then they have isolation, and they're like, peace.
Me, I'm just saying, if this was me, I'm not going to that wedding. And people might say, now you are doing too much. But if you didn't notice I wasn't there in the bridal shower, you won't notice if I'm at the wedding. It's okay. I don't mind. Because unless these people come and beg me and say sorry, because these are the type of people, they sound like, I don't even know why she's overreacting. It wasn't, they'll try to downplay how she's feeling. If it was me, I wouldn't bother going to the wedding. You lot can hold your side if that's how you want to be. Because think about it. If this was the case, she's probably, I know we don't know this, but she's probably helped towards the wedding. Because if she's generous enough to basically pay for the bridal shower, she's contributed to the wedding. We want
more of the story. And we also want to hear your input on this. If this was you, that's contributed, or if you've been in the situation before,
Yeah.
we want to hear what your thoughts are. And maybe if you've been a bride that has blindsided your sister-in-law or brother-in-laws that have contributed, we want to hear from you guys why you did that or what was the reason. But let me tell you, there is no reason. If somebody does something to enhance your special day, that is bad home training.
And you accept
lack of home training, not to acknowledge that and not to be good and kind to that person. Because let me tell you, what goes around comes around.
it really does, and it won't come around the way you think it would.
Doesn't come around the way you think.
It will shock you. It will shock you because you guys had ample opportunity to say, you know what, we don't want her help. If you really don't want to mess with her like that, you will just say, you know what, we don't, like, no thanks.
Or you would have been, or not even been like that, like, no thanks. You would have been like, oh, thank you so much, but we've got everything under control.
So if you had not invited her, then I'd be like, okay, you lot just don't want to mess with her. We get it. It's fine. You wanted her to have nothing to do with it. That's totally fine. But you lot were like, yes, please help us with the cake. Help us with decor.
So we want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Just from the little story, we're going to try and reach out again to the person that has written in, and we'll give an update.
Absolutely. And thank you guys so much. Please make sure you guys comment down below what you would do. I'm very interested to see what everybody's perspective is on this. And make sure you follow us on our
weddings and parties.
always wahala after. We see what I said. Sometimes wahala is closer to
We've done wedding. We've done party. We need funeral now.
Ooh, that one will be hot, Sha. Wow. No, that will be okay. You know what? I'll see if we can find something along those lines, to be fair. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys following. Please make sure you follow us on all our platforms. Make sure you guys write in. We want to hear you guys' wahala so we can dissect and discuss it together. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.